Well, hello and welcome to this midday market mood check this Monday afternoon with me, Nandita, Khemka, and my colleague Yatin Mota. Well, Yatin, earlier we had thought that there would be some kind of a sentimental impact of BJP's Karnataka loss that could weigh in on the bulls, but clearly that has not happened because the Nifty has conquered that 18,400 mark. And what's important to note is that the Nifty Bank is just within kissing distance of its all-time high of 44,151. It's now above that 44,000 level. In fact, even the Realty basket is doing extremely well, up over 3.5%, and you have autos, and banks, of course, doing extremely well. What's not doing well is the pharma pack, weighed down by Cipla. That was a disappointment when it comes to earnings, and that's clearly weighing down the pharma pack. Let's look at some individual gainers on the Nifty. Tata Motors, that stock has hit 52-week high after its solid performance in the quarter gone by. We'll talk about that in a bit. But Tech Mahindra, Motors, Eicher and Infosys were among the other Nifty gainers. Among the losing side, of course, you had the pharma basket not doing well. So Cipla, Divi's Lab, which reports earnings this Saturday, that's also under pressure. Adani Ports, BPCL and Sun Pharma. These are the top losers on the Nifty. Well, let's talk about Tata Motors, Yatin. Ambitious target set by JLR. They expect the free cash flows to top that £2 billion mark in this current fiscal itself. And brokerages are also pretty positive. What are your takeaways from Tata Motors?
So I think brokerages have increased target price anywhere between 7 to 10%. And yes, you have mentioned the main takeaway from the conference call, which is £2 billion of free cash flows, and that too after a 3 billion capex, which they are planning in the electric vehicle space. So yes, quite ambitious growth plans for JLR. Demand remains robust. The management is expecting good production and sales for FY24. Obviously, the ramp up is happening gradually as the chip or the semiconductor shortage is moving out. So yes, overall a good commentary and a good quarter by Tata Motors in general. As if you look at the WPI data, Nandita, that is a key headline for today because the WPI inflation has turned negative. In fact, prices have cooled off. More importantly, it is at the lowest level, the negative WPI was last reported in July 2020, almost 3 years back. So on the inflation front, good news coming in, and probably post that data point, the market has seen some spurt.
CPI also, Yatin, Friday after market it came out below 5%. So now it looks like the RBI's rate hike cycle is done, and we could actually look at a rate cut towards the second half of the year sometime, right?
So auto stocks in general are doing well. What else is doing well is Enzar Technologies, good results, and the rally continues. Stock is up 8%. G Shipping, very strong quarter, 7% up for that one. DLF, good bookings and good quarterly earnings, 6% up. And in general, along with DLF, the entire real estate pack is up. What's not doing well before the Supreme Court verdict today or orders today is Adani Group companies, Adani Enterprise, Adani Total Gas, Adani Transmission. All of these stocks down anywhere between 3 to 5%. DMart, we had a commentary coming in from the CEO Neville Norana that there is some slowdown in spending, and probably because of that the stock is down 4%. So weak commentary coming in there. What's doing well today is Colgate Palmolive. Results were not that great, but yes, there was margin expansion, weak volume growth. But I think probably the market is focusing on the margin bit. Stock is up 4%. Lupin is up 2%. New 52-week high. Max Healthcare, after the MSA inclusion, today hit a fresh 52-week high. Stock is up 2%, and Titan is at an all-time high. So good going for that jewelry stock as well.
Right, aside of that, if you look at Manappuram Finance, that stock also did pretty well on the back of good numbers. There is an overhang of the ED probe, but for today the stock was up. When I last checked, you have Ethos. On the back of margin disappointment, that stock was down somewhere around 10% in today's session. Aside of that, other Nifty 500 gainers, you had Mahindra Life, GE Shipping, as he mentioned. Among the Nifty 500 losers, you had Adani Total, Adani Transmission, DMart and Home First. Seems there was a block deal in Home First this morning. So that stock was among the top losers. In the second half of the session, we will be watching out for whether we manage to defend that 18,400 mark or not. So that's something that we'll be watching out for. But aside of that, the big earnings to watch out for this week will be SBI, that's on the 18th. ITC, that's on the 18th as well. And Jubilant Foodworks is another one that will be reporting. Plus, some of these new age companies like Zomato as well as Delivery, I guess, will be reporting on Friday. And Saturday, of course, you have Divi's Lab. So, last leg of the earnings season, but lots to watch out for nonetheless. Well, I think we are done with this midday market mood check for today. But don't forget to tune in at 3:30 p.m. and we get you all the action after market close. So tune in for that. But for now, it's a goodbye from me and Yatin. Thanks a lot for watching. And for all your other news and updates, stay tuned to Money Control.